A while back, Lisa Anna wrote an article about protein poverty.
Hello everyone, specifically my family, friends and co-workers. I recently went to the pump and the gas price was $239 per liter. This increase in gas price has led me to make an unfortunate decision. I will no longer be able to take you to locations off the main road. I will no longer be able to travel at a speed past 40. I am also advising you that if you can give me a smalls towards gas, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Jamaica gas price are gonna get wicked. And that me feel in a real life. So yes, the government did a hold on with everything that are going on with the current conflict. And them did a cap the gas price. But now, it look like the cap are gonna fly off in a real life. Them can't hold it no more. So, as of next week, gas price are gonna go up. So, my little advice, without too much panic, go and go full up. Get what you can. Because when it start raise, boy, we can't say how long that will last. So in a real life, that is not good news.
So I just heard Mr. Vaz on radio saying that everybody now has to cut back. You have to find a way to cut back on everything. Even if it means moving people home from work, going back to the work at home, coming back out to the offices, cutting back on everything, electricity, transportation to move government workers to work and back, because of the war that is taking place and the gas prices per barrel that are skyrocketing. Now, I knew this was going to happen. I mean, I didn't have to wait. It's something you knew. From Iran start, and the US start, and Israel start, and the Middle East start, we are doomed, because whatever they do affects us directly. So for those of you that say, sure, that don't affect me, I'm not going over there, or that don't affect me because I'm not at war, this is going to affect everything, including tourism, because airfares are going to skyrocket. Just to go to Miami now is $100,000. It used to be 30 and 40,000. It's going to skyrocket. Gas prices are going to skyrocket. Transportation going to skyrocket, and the list goes on. So, you need to cut back. Cut back on your electricity, cut back on your moving around, cut back on how much gas you use, how long you have to be traveling back and work for. Make sure if you're traveling a half an hour to work, it is worth it. And the people are paying you, because the gas is going to double on you. So when you used to put $2,000 in a car, and you have to put 4. If you're putting 4, you have to put 7 or 8. And we don't know how long that will last. And everything going to go up. Toll, food, anything imported, anything local, it's going to affect everybody. But don't get too, nervous about it, or have anxiety, or get depressed, because we've been through this already, and we get through. We find a way to get through as Jamaicans. We find a way to help each other. Find a way to juggle, and we bounce back stronger. So let's get ready, Jamaica. My 2 cents.
Daryl Vaz say people have to go start work from home, yeah man, because of the gas increase. People have to go start work at their yard. Vaz try every ways and means for they can use gas less, because what? It a go hike up. Mr. Daryl Vaz, me have a question though. So since people have to go stay home, So that means that you have to go stay home too because of drive. When the drive go work. So me not understand.
So when this war just started, I said Jamaicans not paying no attention to this war because I feel like it won't affect us. But now it's at the point where it will directly start impacting us in a way that a lot of people are not prepared for. So, on the know, Strait of Hormuz, 20% of the oil from the world comes from that region. Guyana, some other places have already started running out of gas. Cuba did run out of gas the other day, but that's a one different story. In the States, you have places where gas price has already doubled. You get me? So, what gonna happen now is it's about to get worse. With the restrictions placed on the Strait of Hormuz, if you notice here in Jamaica, over the last 5 weeks, each week, gas went up by $4.50. The reason why it could not go up any more than $4.50 was because the government had a cap on how much they could increase gas by each week. Now the government has decided that they're lifting that cap. The cap of $4.50 is no longer there. So you know what happened now? Gas price are gonna skyrocket. If gas price should skyrocket, what that is going to mean is that your electricity bill is going to get much higher. The taxi and the busman them are gonna need a raise because gas is now way higher than what it was before. Therefore, for every trip of them run, it's costing them more. By right, them have to raise them price. Airfares are gonna go even higher. It's already ridiculous at this point. That flight to Fort Lauderdale is way too much money right now. It's going to get even higher. People, prepare for what is about to happen. You see me? You see, if you can, see the big vehicle them and so, we'll have to go ease some of them. Right now, I'm afraid for drive my car and it even go up on turbo. I'm afraid for the twin turbo them kick in. I'm not telling a lie. I reach a point now where if I literally don't have to, I'm not drive. And you see when me do drive, I'm cruising. I don't care about the traffic behind me. I don't care how open the road is. Because it will get rough. On the need to start conserve for energy also in your household. Yeah, if you used to run the AC every night, try to think about 3 days a week now. Or you turn it on, make it cool on the room and you use the fan. You get me? For a lot of the places also, yo, get a little UPS because with this gas thing, like, we don't know how it will go. And we need the gas, the oil for electricity and shit like that. We don't know what is going to happen until them people over there can sort out themselves. Yo, wanna pay attention. Pay attention. Because I am waiting to see what the raise is going to be for gas next week. Now that the cap has been lifted. And also the government need for, like, how not gonna lift the cap? Or they need to watch them gas station because this is also opening a position where a lot of these gas stations can start price gouging. So some of the people them, yeah, some of the man them will try and make it where, you know, but some of the people them are gonna try and milk this, especially if we get into a desperate situation. So yeah, you're lifting the cap or whatever. We can kind of understand where the gas stations and the gas companies are concerned, where business is concerned, but the government also has to try and keep an eye on what they are doing. Pay attention.
And please for tell me why me keep on I press 89. When gas was cheap, I used to buy 80. Now the gas expensive, I can't afford 89. And it's like me can't get that in my head. You cannot afford 89. It is only 87. Remember, 87. I cannot afford 89. I can't do this. I can't do this. Because why? Why me keep on I press 89? You cannot afford 89 anymore, lady. It's 87.
Since when egg moved from $30 to $80? Where one egg of $80? One egg of $80? The last time I buy egg at $30 for one egg. Since when one egg of $80? I'm going to the shop. I'm going to ask the woman how much for one egg. Because I plan to buy 6. And the woman say $80. I say 80. She say yes. 1 egg for almost $100. And what kind of chicken them here? I lay them a blood cleat egg here. 1 egg for $80? I still can't believe. 1 egg for $80. See how much egg I buy here? 2 egg. I'm going there with 2 bills. I'm plan for buy 6 egg. And a 2 egg I come out to the place with. 2 egg. I can't live here, so. Jamaica too expensive. I can't live here, so. I'm too poor, I'm too broke to live here, so. 1 egg.
Good night, everyone. It is almost 10 o'clock at night. I just got home from work. Just a quick announcement. Shipping fee from China to Jamaica has doubled since the US and Iran war started. So pretty soon we're going to see some price increase in Jamaica. So stay tuned and good night. I'm tired.
Jamaica is not a real place. Jamaica is quietly becoming
I may say, if nothing is keeping me in check, what a handsome young man, Jesus wept. I think God, I forgot to come over here some more often. Man over here. Anyways, back to, if nothing is keeping me in check, my budget and my pocket, that is mostly not, don't have any money, keeps me in check. Because why does it feel like me have to stop my breath down here when me have to buy anything? Me literally have to stop my breath. All the things are expensive. Me have to stop my breath and swallow my spit because the things them is so expensive down here. Sorry, please, my begging about that drive down and look Honda Fit because I tell you, we cannot afford it. Guys, you don't know, Sister Jamaica get out of our pockets. Like there's a store over Portmore Super 11 when they just launched. I tell you, you could have come over here, come pick up some 1 and 2 items and stuff like $1,000, $1,200, $2,000, you know. I come back over here, so I shop my love. All 4,000 them I sell one something for me love. Where me forget it from? I'm going upstairs, I go get local fried rice in my stomach and go back on my yard. Because me now make no stress me out. Because you can do better. I think Jamaica can do better and I just decide so I go just do worse every day. Because why should I be out here stopping my breath? Why should I be out here I clutch my purse? Because on the price that I kill me out here. We need to stop it. We need to stop it and make Jamaica a little bit more affordable for the low income people them and the no income people them. No bad thing say it's just high income people alone live in Jamaica. We cannot afford it. Cut it out.
So can we stop telling people that they're living above their means when they start complaining about the cost of things? Because when I got this apartment right here, clearly you can see it's a starter apartment. It's not anything luxury. Clearly not anything luxury. Not luxury at all. Look at the blinds. It's not luxury. Look at the closet. It's not luxury. You know what I paid? What does that say? Oh, $945 a month for a 1-bedroom. Y'all can see 2019. Lease was ending in 2020. 2020. You want to know what that apartment goes for now? I don't know what it goes for now. Oh, almost $2,000. Oh, why don't we just follow the advice of a boomer? Why don't we just purchase a home? Even the small rinky-dink homes like this are going for $323,000. The gag is, as early as 2014, this home sold for $48,000. $48,000. And if you look in 2012, it sold for $39,000. They have the audacity to be charging $323,000. I'm not even going to talk about gas prices. I'm not even going to talk about gas prices. I didn't even talk about groceries. These are literally the essentials. Just living. The living expenses are astronomical. But for some reason, y'all keep telling people that they're just living above their means. Did I remind you, this apartment is almost $2,000 and it's not a luxury apartment. Y'all want to hop into the comment section talking about, oh, well, I found an apartment that was $700 a month. Yeah, and as soon as you click on the reviews, you see roach infestation, rodent infestation, guns, shooting, weed, all of these things. People should not be subjected to that if they don't want to be subjected to that. If having a safe and clean place is living above your means, then hell yeah, I'm going to live above my means.
This is the living situation of people still on the west side of Jamaica. There's still no power. Gas to fill up the actual generator is costing citizens a lot of money. Like, the government needs to do some reimbursement or something like. And if you're watching this, you're probably somebody who can't do much with people who have no house. But there is such little attention to these rural areas. Something must be done about that, period. You know what's so funny? Tell me why my people are still getting a network bill. This is what they did last time with Hurricane Beryl. During Hurricane Beryl, when the Wi-Fi wasn't even working, they're not doing nothing about it to say, let me not charge or whatever. Like, and trust me, when the power does come back, watch, they'll be on people like no tomorrow. For sure, because this happened already. I feel as though some things need to be considered and give consideration to the people. All the money, first and foremost, that was allocated to other things should be looked at for the people who are still struggling. At least give the people a few months or so free. Like, give them a break. A few months free when it actually does come back. Like, some consideration, some attention would be very much appreciated.
The friction between the Prime Minister them. Mark Golding, I say $100 for one water. And Andrew Wellness say you can get water for $30. Now look, shopper sell one egg for $70, $80. Now, a 30 egg come in our tray. And me get one tray of egg for $1,400. Hey, so no do the maths. And the China place that sell the egg have workers where they have to pay. And them little shop here don't have no workers. So I want to make out of life. No, I want to do better. I need to do better.
Tell me why me I listen news and me hear the leader for the taxi association, they want to raise taxi fare up to 80%. I do not think that man understand what 80% means. Since taxi raised the last time and now, nobody in this country paycheck go up by 80%. So where the people I get it from? Me agree, so if I get a raise because gas price will go up, but 80% is really unrealistic and unreasonable. And nobody now go pay it. Nobody is paying that. All people go do is and say, alright, cool, tax if you're at this amount of time, better me take out one car and pay for the car.
The economy in Jamaica is absolutely crazy.
and they want us to have children, and they're wondering why the birth rate is going so low. It's crazy. I just went to the supermarket and I picked up some stuff, and the bill came up to almost $8,000, right? So I bought some strawberries. I'm a tea person. I bought the assorted teas. I bought banana, chamomile tea. I bought like 3 of these carbonic water. I've always wanted to taste what this is, Suppogen coffee thing. And then I bought one of the small coffee. I bought coffee creamer and like 3 of these small water. And that's it. Wait, did I show the true shake? That's it. 8 grand. 8,000 Jamaican. And these people have the audacity to come talk about we must breed. We must breed. And mind you, food not included. This is just some little stuff that I picked up. Meat not included, vegetable not included, rice not included. Like the actual basic thing that you need to cook a meal is not included. At this point, I just look somebody who have them NHT benefits so that we can buy a house together and Airbnb. Because love no matter right now, it's a survival. Like it's literally a survival. So if you're watching this video and you have your NHT points and you're interested in investing with me, let me know.
$24 billion is a huge chunk of change.
Okay.
And Jamaica Public Service is a private company.
But it is our only electricity generating company en masse.
Okay, what are the
so
terms?
what would be the alternative?
Okay, what are the terms?
It's a 5-year loan, 5.5% interest rate. And if you get to that
5.5%?
Yes.
I'd like to get a loan like that.
Because, you know what? No, hold on. No. I'm glad you raised that.
Hang on.
No, Damien.
Hold on.
Damien, I'm glad you raised that.
So the forecast for inflation of the CPI is 5.1%. So the nominal interest rate is the same as the rate of inflation, which means in real terms, the loan is free.
All right. So, Damien, JPS is our only electricity generation company en masse, right? There are other people who have solar and whatever, but for the country, it's a regulated company. Its profits are regulated. All of its costs have to be borne by the users. So if we put a high interest rate on the loan, what do you think is going to happen? It's going to get passed through in your electricity bill. So government was thinking of the population when we were negotiating this loan. Plus, what else do you think is going to happen if we didn't give that loan? The island would probably still be in darkness.
I'm not telling a lie, but one time I never used to watch gas price. Because if I go to the gas station, if I get $20 gas, or $20 may I spend. I never really pay attention too much to where car go. But tell me why me just put $35 in that car. I look for a full tank and the car is same place where the $20 I used to carry go. No, sir.
A while back, Lisa Anna wrote an article about protein poverty. And I think that article was spot on. She was making the point that in Jamaica, basic protein is inaccessible for some people. Some people struggle to buy basic protein. And she gave some examples about different countries, the cost for chicken compared to Jamaica. And she was saying that with chicken, for example, being so costly, there's a serious protein poverty taking place in Jamaica. No, the thing is, protein is an essential nutrient. So if you're struggling to buy protein, it means that you're struggling to buy a very essential nutrient. And she's saying that this is actually causing lots of bad things to happen in Jamaica. And for the long term, we're going to see some really serious effects on our population. For example, children are now having developmental problems. We're seeing now more children with ADHD and all sorts of other developmental problems, right? We're seeing now ladies with more PCOS, more fibroids and cysts and all these things. We're seeing now more people with diabetes, hypertension and those things. In fact, when I was growing up, old people get diabetes, okay? 50s, 60s get diabetes. Nowadays we have children at 15-year-old, people at 25, somebody at 30, and they're admitted to the hospital with diabetes, hypertension, cancer, you name it. These things are now very common. And she was saying that one of the driving factors behind that is the fact that people are unable to buy protein at an affordable rate, and as such, they are getting instead more carbs and flour and bulla and rice and bread and all those things because those are normally cheaper. I think Lisa Anna made a very big point here. Think about it. For most of us, we come from modest means, right? And you remember your mother basically give you a plate of rice and some chicken gravy, and that's your dinner. And she'll give you enough rice because she want your belly full. In fact, my mother told me one time that she salt the rice to make sure, say, when you eat the rice, you have to drink enough water, you know what I mean? Or drink the drinks, sugar and water, we're going to make pot, then chuckleberry fin, and then that'll go full your belly, okay? Because she just need to make sure that you have a belly full going to your bed. Essentially, Lisa is saying that yes, we have belly full, but we are hungry with regards to nutrients. People, protein is an essential nutrient. You need to have protein. And the best source of protein is meat and eggs. It's not up for debate. Seafood, meat, eggs are the best sources for that protein that we need. It's an essential. Like you cannot live without protein. You must eat protein. If you don't eat protein, you're going to get sick and die. If people are struggling to buy protein, that's a very serious problem if you ask me. No. The thing is, people, you cannot sit and wait on government or anybody to fix your life. And that goes to any area of your life. If you don't like what you're earning right now, you can't wait for Andrew Owners or Mark Golding to fix your life. If you don't like where you live right now, you can't wait for Andrew Owners or Mark Golding to fix your life. You have to take responsibility for your own life. The same thing for your health. You can't rely on Andrew Owners and the leaders of the country to fix your health for you. You are going to have to find a way. Is protein expensive? Yes. Can you find cheaper alternatives? Also, yes. There are people that follow me and send me pictures every day of their meals. And they are sending me chicken foot. They are sending me cow foot, pig chatters, pork hack, all sorts of cheap cuts of meat. And they are making it work. People are eating chicken foot and egg. And that is their protein for the day. And guess what? That is good. Chicken foot have some things in there that are essential as well. Make sense? And eggs, of course, are a superfood. There are people who eat sardines, mackerel as their protein source because they are determined that no matter what, they have to get their health under control, and they're not going to make the price of protein the reason why they don't get themselves under control. So people, yes, protein is expensive. It's one of the most common comments I say on my post, boy, your dish look good, but boy, meat expensive. And you're right, it's not cheap. But there are ways to work around that. And you can find cheaper options, and you must make a commitment that you are going to find creative ways to get your protein in and to have a healthier life.
So mega play 2 video for now, right? I want to watch 2 video them and tell me which one of them leader you think business about poor people or what I say consumers. So because you have one attack on a consumer level, meaning say consumer like average Jamaicans on the road like me and you, and you have a next leader attack like it's just like he's a manufacturer. You know, like when manufacturer buy goods, so the manufacturer buy the goods, sell it to the wholesale, and then the wholesale sell it to the retail. You understand what I say? So which one of them leader you think business about poor people? Watch a video of them.
This bottle of water contains 500 milliliters, which is half a liter, and it costs $100 on the street or in a corner shop. 2 of these bottles of water make 1 liter and cost $200. A liter of gas at the pump is $185.
Wow.
Water costs more than gas in Jamaica.
Jesus Christ.
$200 for 2 bottles, making 1 liter, $185 per litre at the pump. Water costs more than gas in Jamaica. If we really want to encourage healthy consumption, then remove the DCT from water.
Alright, so clearly you see Mark Golding go out there just like me and you and go buy a water at one shop for $100. There is no debate say water, a bottle of water is not for $100. Because there's no way you go. Some place you go, I'll watch you all 2 bills, $2.50 for your water. For your bottle of water. Now check the next leader. So I call him leader. Because that him claim him do. Him say him buy him water for how much? $45. Which part in a Jamaica you can go and buy a bottle of water for $45? If you are saying buy it by the case, how much Jamaicans you know just buy water by the case put on them yard? I mean I talk water. I mean I talk the ice cool water them, because people buy ice cool water. And you know them one they kinda cheaper than the regular water, right? Me never know NWC make water in a bottle. Me no know if him a talk about pipe water, but me never know say NWC make water in a bottle. So if him a tell we say we fi go drink pipe water instead of buying water, so I una alone fi drink spring water? Me no understand, brother. I una alone fi drink clean water, because everybody knows that some people pipe water hurt them belly. Them drink pipe water, it hurt them belly, them hurt them, so them can't even drink no pipe water. Most of them can do it or cook with it. So you see the difference between the leaders, them people. You see say one actually go out there and spend like how me and you would have spend. And see say every shop you go is $100 for your water. So the man correct. Water is more expensive than gas. And a lie I tell. 1 liter of water, say that buy, so half of them, so each buckle a half a litre. So you buy 2 of them at 2 bills. That are 1 litre. And 1 litre of gas. Less than $200. So water is more expensive than gas. Easy mathematics. But you see, when you want to take people for idiot, you always come with some justification. You understand what I say, people? Anytime you try to keep the masses down and you don't want the masses to see the truth, you always try to bend the truth. Because bend him a bend it in, because it's not like say water out in a cost less than $100, but you have to buy it like in a bulk, or if you're the manufacturer would have sell like, you know, the water cheaper, and then the shop go out there, put for them money upon it and sell it back. You understand what I say? But him a say so him only a think about him rich friend them we are manufacturing rare. Him not think about regular consumers like me and you. And me feel like me want a leader to deal with my economy who I think about people like me and you. Me no want a leader who just a think about him and him friend them, him and him rich friend them, because no poor man now go in and no manufacturing and talk about them a buy water for sell back and ray. No regular poor man not doing that. Regular man on the road ordinary 95 man, him not doing that. Him not no money for do that. I want somebody who for think like, you understand me? Me and you, when we go there out of the supermarket, when we go there go buy from Mr. Chin, you understand what I say? At them people me want to lead my country. Me don't want somebody who just think about, you understand me? When you watch the 2 video them, you can clearly see who the leader them actually think about. You can clearly see one I think about consumers like me and you, and one I think about manufacturing. The people up there we can actually, buy them something in a bulk and sell them to the wholesale and sell them to the retail. We know why you think about them people there. Why you think about we? I don't know where him go and buy a bottle of water for $45 unless him buy it about 3, 4, 5 cases of them, and you pay X amount of money, and by the time you divide it up, you buy probably 48 water. One of them divide by how much you get XYZ and it comes to 45. We don't want that paying everybody go out there and buy water like that. But it's just how you think, brother. You just think like, you're rich and have it. Me have a series where I have a series. I want to look a video where it name Spot the Thief. We're going to call it Spot the Thief. I so release it. I think about it to make sure everything go. You got to see the thief. Spot the Thief, I call it. People, wickedness, remember I tell you that gas, water more expensive than gas. And it's true. If them a talk about with the health and rare, why you tax water? So it's say them not business about health, Them not business about health. I just talking. Me they think them care about me and say no with that tax for water and everything. No not business about health. I just bag of talking, and just because it sound good for you say it, forget the masses them for brainwash you for say, oh what true for come off of the bag juice them and ray. When them not business about health, you think the government of Jamaica business about me and you health? If them the business about health, you not think them that fix up the hospital them? You not think them would at least? You understand me? Down a KPA, sometimes you go down there don't eat. All Spanish town dog hospital, mighty God man. Sometimes but me I say down there kind of get a little renovation still. But chacho, one time down there never safe. So don't just why I look upon the 2 leader them and just figure out where me I say. More I understand me I say. Which one think about me and you, and which one actually just think about the manufacturing group, in cronies and friend them. Alright people, I'm gone. Bush Tree out.
This is a public appeal to business owners and also an appeal to the government of Jamaica.
or whoever it is that have any power at all and can intervene. It is callous, it is barbaric, it is inhumane for us to be capitalizing on people's vulnerability. We just had a hurricane, the whole of we are trying to bounce back from it. And one of the things I pride my country on is a sense of community. The idea that even those people who have experienced loss or damage to property will still extend a helping hand. But while this is happening, there are those heartless business owners who are taking this as an opportunity to exploit the people at their most vulnerable. Oh God, man. We all understand the marketing principle or the business principle behind supply and demand. But we are in the middle of a humanitarian crisis. How you feel if you double the price of a sheet of zinc in a St. Elizabeth where the people them need it the most at this time? How you feel if you hike up the price of basic amenities like candle and lantern and kerosene oil? Good God Almighty, no little civility, no little sympathy, no empathy towards the people who are suffering at this time? Boy, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to sleep on a bed at night time. And the people in St. Elizabeth are so much more vulnerable at this time because they have no electricity, they have no internet connection. So it's not even like they can come online to talk about the exploitation and the extortion that is their current reality. Though, if there's a minister with responsibility for anything, especially for people in constituencies ravaged by burial, check out what going on a hardware there. Check out what going on a shop there. Check out what going on at the haberdashery store. Because you see that price gouging something there, ain't no nice. It's not supposed to go on.
What's up beautiful and amazing people. So guys, in today's video we don't have a mic, so I really hope that this particular audio will be at least better. I know. Anyway, my good people, you know, something very serious is currently happening in the land of Jamaica. So people are really complaining about inflation, and when we talk about inflation is the rising prices of goods, items, everything in Jamaica. As you all know that gas is something that is affecting the entire world, from North America to Africa to Asia. It's affecting all of us. So people are struggling, not just Jamaicans at this moment in time. So of course we're talking about Jamaican citizens who are actually going to supermarkets, who are traveling from point A to point B, picking up fewer items, and still they are paying way more than they used to. And now, you know, this particular stress has hit everybody, so they have come out, they are speaking out. You just listen to the audio that we just played, right? These people are speaking out loudly so that their concerns can be heard, by the way. So you may be asking yourself, like, what's really going on? So across Jamaica, the cost of basic goods like food, transportation, and utilities has been rising like each and every month. You can imagine when you talk about rice, when you talk about cooking oil, chicken, bread, onions, eggs, these prices are, if not tripling, they're doubling. And for a lot of people, you know, the wages just remain the same. It's not like it's increasing, it's just constant. And you know what, that's one of the most unfair things that most people in most countries go through. When prices go up, wages remain the same, and it's not fair at all. So what we are all seeing now is frustrations all over the land of Jamaica. Every week prices get to change, and people don't get to shop anymore because they cannot afford. And I can tell you, this is not all about exaggeration, because what people are going through is it's a survival stress, as we always speak when we talk about economy across different countries of the world. So what makes this situation feel like it's really hard, and that Jamaica has already has a large working class population. So at the end of the day, what you need to understand is that when prices go up, it's not like it's inconveniencing anybody. What it does is that it destabilizes everybody. So I want you to think about someone who already budgeted for his monthly or a monthly expenses, and it doesn't matter if it's like huge or small or medium, no. So just imagine like there is a slight increase in food or in transport as it is at the moment. I mean, what will that mean at the end of the day? That, you know, a family will have to go, or you will have to sacrifice so that at least others can get. You sacrifice, and by skipping meals, you have to cut back on your essentials, and you know, at some point you'll feel people going into debt just to get you know, buy. And you know, that's exactly what the Jamaican people are complaining about. And you have heard them speaking, by the way. So it's really emotional. And you know, what can we do? Even me over here, I'm affected in a very big way, because transport has already gone up by over like it has tripled, by the, or probably in some places it has doubled. And I can tell you, this is not just about money, it's about dignity at the same time. Because, you know, people feel like no matter how hard they work, it's still like they're going back. It's not like they're moving forward and seeing any positive change in themselves and around them. And you know, for a human being, they always feel satisfied when they see their lives improving, they're getting better, healthy meals, everything. And when this happens, it feels like you're just going back. So there has been this growing feeling of what's the point if everything just keeps rising and getting more expensive. You know, this kind of frustration, at the end of the day, it will turn into anger, and that anger will start getting directed at the leadership, like at the prime minister, okay, the entire leadership of Jamaica, of which it has already started, by the way. And people get to talk about policies, the systems as a whole, and that's what is happening. So there are a lot of blames here and there, and some Jamaicans are blaming global factors. Those are things like rising fuel costs and also supply chain issues. Yeah, for some they actually believe it's the global issues, but others, they're actually pointing their fingers at the government. They're saying that more should actually be done to protect the citizens and provide a very favorable environment whereby people can enjoy and live stress-free. But anyway, there is another group also that believe like if you look at Jamaica as a whole, there is a feeling of, oh man, this is not it, you know. But anyway, at the end of the day, everybody expects a solution, you know. So why do you think that this matters beyond Jamaica, not just in Jamaica only? And of course, you know what's happening in Jamaica, it's also happening in different parts of the world, in several countries. People are questioning the cost of living, the economic fairness, and whether governments are really in touch with everyday struggles. You know, those are some of the questions that people around the world are talking about. And Jamaica just happens to be one of the loudest right now, and also America, by the way. So at the end of the day, this is not just about prices, you know, it's about pressure, it's about survival, yeah, and also it's about people demanding to be heard. So if things keep going this way, like how long before frustration will turn into a bigger problem? What do you think, my good people? Are Jamaicans justified in their complaints that we just played in this particular video, or is this just a global situation that everyone has to deal with and understand? Probably you could comment down below and let us know what you think about the entire clip and what Jamaicans are saying. I'll see you in the next video, guys. I love you to the moon and back. See you same time tomorrow.